Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have a 1000 point Age of Sigmar battle report for you. I'm going to be playing with the Gloomspite Gitz and we're going to be versing the cities of Sigmar, Kuron. Now I'm going to be playing with a mostly Goblin army, and the Kuron army is going to focus mostly around the Dark Goblins parts of Cities of Sigmar. As you would expect, a darker focus city like Kuron. But we're going to be playing 1000 points. We're going to be playing the scenario First Blood, where we both deploy in the two corners of the battlefield, and there's 3 objectives in the middle. It's the standard sort of objective scoring for 3rd edition: score 1, score 2, score more, etc. With that said though, let's get looking at those armies. And so here we have 1000 points of Cities of Sigmar. We're going to be playing in the Kuron sub-faction, and our entire army is going to be sitting in a battle regiment, meaning it's a 1-drop army. For starters, our general is going to be the sorceress. We're going to make this sorceress here our general, and the other sorceress our adjutant. Our general is going to have the artifact Traitor's Banner, and then she's also going to have the spell Vitriolic Spray. Our other sorceress will have the spell The Withering, and then we've also got an assassin rounding out our heroes. Our Dread Spear unit will be our honoured retinue for our general, and then we've also got a unit of 10 executioners, a unit of 20 blackguard, and a unit of 20 dark shards. Rounding out the army at 990 points, we are the smaller of the two armies here with the Cities of Sigmar, so our triumph is going to be the triumph that's going to give us a +1 to wound inspired. And then here we have 1000 points of Gloomspite Gitz, 5 points more than the Cities of Sigmar, so we won't be getting a triumph. Now, we're going to have our entire army as well in a battle regiment, meaning it's a 1-drop army. Our general is going to be the Loon Boss. He's going to have the Clammy Cow, making him -1 to hit. And then we've got our Fungoid Cave Shaman, who's going to have the Hand of Gork as his spell. Then we've got a unit of 20 Stabbers, 2 units of 20 Shooters, 10 Boingrot Bounders, and 5 Spore Splatter Fanatics. And we've also got Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron as well. Now, with that, like I said, coming to 990 points, both armies have chosen their grand strategy to be hold the line, meaning both of them need a battle line unit to survive at the end of the game for their grand strategy. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. And so, all deployed. So, Gloomspite Gitz, we've got the Spore Splatter Fanatics, Loon Boss, and our Stabbers over on this side. We've then got the Shooters, Fungoid Cave Shaman, and the Boingrot Bounders in the middle, and then we've got another unit of Shooters on that flank. For the cities, we've got the Blackguard on this flank with the Dread Spears and Sorceress behind, Executioners and the Dark Shards over on that flank, nice and heavy. We've then also got the Assassin waiting somewhere for the Cities of Sigmar. With that said, Gloomspite finished deploying first, so we're going to give the first turn to the Cities of Sigmar. So, turn 1, Cities of Sigmar coming up. Alrighty, so start of the Cities of Sigmar, turn 1. First of all, their battle tactic is going to be Ferocious Advance, picking the 2 Sorcerers and the 10 Dread Spears to run and stand near each other at the end of the run. With that said, time for heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a free command point with the Loon Boss on a 4+. Do so the Loon Boss has a free command point. And then the Sorceress General will try and do the same, 4+. She does as well. Alright, so then your General's Adjutant on a 4+, you gain a command point from the General's Adjutant. You do not. And so going into magic and prayers for the hero phase proper. Alright, so start off with, we're going to use the Murderous Seal Prayer from the Sorceress who has our General. She gets to use it as if she were a priest, 3+. Goes off, so Murderous Zeal on the Blackguard. And then we're going to try and cast our first spells. Alright, next up, she's going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield. 2 dice. Goes off on a 5. And then the other sorceress is going to go with Arcane Bolt. That goes off as well. Alright, so the last thing in the hero phase, the sorceress there, she's going to use the 3 command points she generated, and she's going to give run and charge to the Blackguard with her command ability. With that said, we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so movement's all done. Spent a command point, you make them run 6. So that of course means they actually run 7, because they get the +1 due to their horn blowers or musicians. All the units back there ran, means we'll be able to control that objective even if these guys charge off with their run and charge. Don't forget they also have incitement to murder. Executioners move up, as do the Dark Shards, and we're ready to go into the shooting phase. Alright, so the Dark Shards, all of them are in range of the shooters over here. So, 3s to hit because they're more than 10 models. And wounding on 4s. And so, thanks to the Moon Clan banner, 5-up saves. It's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grots go down. We are within range of Mystical though, so we're going to take Mystical from there and there, so we're going to take both. And 6-up ward saves from Mystical. Saved another grot, so 8 die instead. And so with that, it's going to be charges. So those Blackguard can't actually fail a 3-inch charge with cities, so they got 7. So they're going to get in. Alright, so Blackguard are attacking the Stabbers. I'm going to elect to use all-out defense. He's using all-out attack. So 2s to hit. 6s explode, thanks to incitement to murder. And then 3s to wound. There's more dice in here than he actually started with. And so he did 34 wounds, so on average, I'm going to die. Actually, even a little below average, I'm going to die. So, 5-up save. I'm ignoring his rend because I've got all-out defense, so 5-up save. And then 6-up ward, thanks to Mystical. I think I'm still going to die. So he did 19 wounds to the Gobbos. That means the poor sergeant's left alive, but we're going to make sure he runs at the end anyway. Hopefully. Alright, so the boss is going to pile in by himself. He's got his stabber. He hits on a... his poke and spear. So hits on a 4. Hits. Wounds on a 4. Doesn't wound. Alrighty, and so that is that for combat. The Sports Blooders here, even though within 3 inches, they fight at the start of combat. So technically they fought when nothing was in range. So they don't get to do anything. Battle Shock. We're not going to save the one dude. So he's going to run. And then the... Cities of Sigmar are going to have 1, 2, and more for the objectives. So they're going to get 3. They're going to complete their battle tactic as well. That's all done. So going into Gloomspite Gitz, turn 1. Alright, so start of the Gloomspite Gitz turn. Our battle tactic for the turn, we're going to pick Conquer. And then we're going to try generating a command point with the Loon Boss. So on a 4+, he does not. But on a 4+, the Fungoid Cave Shaman will also give us 1. Does not. And so General's going to try and generate a command point again as well, which she does. Magic, we're going to try for Scrap Scuttle's Arachnic Cauldron with the Fungoid Cave Shaman. He gets it off on an 8.
I want to dispel.
So Sorceress there is just in range of our Cave Shaman, so 9 on dice to dispel. No, so it goes off. It's going to get the endless spell out. And so with that, that's the end of the combat phase. So hero phase. So let's go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so the shooters over there, they're going to shoot back at those Dark Shards. So 5s to hit, and 5s to wound. 3 armor saves on your Dark Shards. So 3 5-ups. 1 dies. And then that's going to be it for shooting. So we're going to go into charges. So Boingrot Bounders are going to try and charge. Got a 7, that's going to see them in. And so once their charge is finished, 10 dice for the 10 Boingrot Bounders. Every 4+ is a mortal wound to the Executioners. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead Executioners just straight up. And then straight into combat. So these guys here get to move for free in combat. Or get to fight first, sorry. So we'll go with the Sports Blooders first. So 5d3 attacks for the Sports Bladder Fanatics. Oh, 12, 13 attacks. So 2s to hit for the Sports Bladders. And then 4s to wound. Five armor saves on the Blackguard, sorry. So they're needing 4 pluses. Failed 3, so this is going to be 3d3 damage for 4 Blackguard dead. Alright, so we're just going to roll the attacks for all the mounts and riders that are in combat together, because when they charge, they're the same profile for the Boingrok Bounders. I've used my Always Strikes First unit. Now we're going into the normal activation, so I'm picking my first activation. So we're going to be 4s to hit. Re-rolling those couple of cocked dice. And 3s to wound. And so armor saves, he is going to be at +2 because he's in cover and he's got Mystic Shield on, so he's ignoring my rend. So there's your base armor save +1, so 3+. There's still 1, 2, only 2 die, so there's 3 left. Alright, so Blackguard going to attack back. They are needing 3s to hit. They're looking for 6s though for incitement to murder. And then 3s to wound on the Sports Bladders. These are going to ignore my rend, so that's just going to wipe the unit out. And then the Executioners are going to strike back, so 3s to hit, wanting 6s to do the mortal wound though. So that's 2 mortals. And then 3s to wound. So 2 armor saves out of 4+. Save both of them, but 1's still going to die from the mortal wounds.
And that's it.
And so, Battle Shock at the end of the turn, I'm going to use my Heroic Leadership to automatically pass the Boingrok Bounders. And then... Alright, so Battle Shock, Heroic Leadership from the Sorceress using Inspiring Presence on the Executioners, and then on a 6, 1 Blackguard will flee. Nope, so all good. That is that. So...
Priority.
Before that, scoring. I've got 1, I've got 2, which means I got more, and I completed my battle tactic for the turn, conquering the center objective, so I'm going to get 5 victory points as well. And so, priority for turn 2. Gloomspite got a 5, City's got a 4, so Gloomspite are going to take the turn, which means the moon is going to move, so moon comes on. Alright, so first of all, the bad moon is going to move, coming down from that corner on a 5. Alright, so the moon has moved there, so it's going to pick 1 unit that's under its light, which is going to be those dark shards. Roll underneath the amount of models in the unit, so can't fail that. So we're just going to do D3 mortal wounds to them. For 1 mortal wound to your dark shards, 1 of them dies. And then we're going to go into our battle tactic. Alright, so Conquer is going, aggressive expansion, 2 unit controlling 2 objectives outside my deployment zone is going to be the objective for the turn. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. I'm going to generate a command point with the Loon Boss. Do not. And so what City's going to do, command point as well with the general?
Yeah.
Cool. 4+. No. On a 4+, the Fungoid Cave Shaman just gives me another command point, which he does. And so onto magic, our Fungoid Cave Shaman is going to cast Hand of Gork. Goes off on a 7. You can try and dispel that one if you wish. You're going to need an 8 to stop it on 2 dice.
I'll do it.
So 2 dice, 8, 9, stop the Hand of Gork. Damn you. Alright, let's go on to movement then. That's the hero phase done. So movement it is. So movement is all done. So we've had our little unit that came back through the Loon Trail last turn come out on this way. We've also moved the Loon Boss back. He ran a mighty 6 to get behind his Grot Meat Wall. And then we've had the shooters move up so that they're wholly within the zone, so they're going to get the benefits from the moon. Alright, so start a shooting phase. These grots are going to shoot the dark shards. 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s thanks to the light of the bad moon. So we've got 3 hits. And then we had rolled 3 1s, so we're going to get to re-roll these ones. No more hits. 5s to wound. 1 wound on the dark shard, so 1 armor save. Needing a 5+. Saved. So these grots here are going to shoot the blackguard, so they're needing 4s to hit. No rerolls for them because they're not under the light of the bad moon yet. And 5s to wound. So 3 armor saves on the blackguard. He's going to need 4 ups. 2 blackguard die from grot bows. And on to combat. So, boy and grot bounders, we've got the squigs here. So these are going to be 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. That's that so far. And then the riders with their poking spears or poking lances, 4s. And 4s to wound. Add those 4 to the other ones. Same save all rounds, 9 saves to make. Needing 3 pluses, thanks to Mystic Shield and cover. He's ignoring Miranda and getting +1 saves. So 3 ups. So that's 3, 4, 5 there, all dead. And so with that, I'm going to get 1, 2, that makes more. And I've also completed the battle tactic for the turn, so another 5 points for the Gloomspite Gitz. Alright, so Cities of Sigmar, turn 2. So starters, we need to pick their battle tactic. Alrighty, so battle tactic for Cities of Sigmar will be conquer. They've picked the objective over that side. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. So for my loon boss, I'm going to try and generate a command point on a 4+. He gets heroic leadership on your general. Same, so both generals have heroic leadership. So first things first, on a 4+, generate an extra command point thanks to your adjutant. You do not. And then we go into prayers. Alright, so incitement to murder, 3+ for the prayer to go off. 6, so they've got incitement to murder on them. And then going into your magic. Alright, so first of all, word of pain from the sorceress onto the unit of Born Grot Bounders. Doesn't go off. And then the sorceress here, she's going to try the withering on them. Doesn't go off either. So neither gets a cast off. With that, that's going to be the end of the hero phase for the Cities of Sigmar. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so movement is all done. We've moved up the Dread Spears. The Blackguard are moving over here. And then we've also moved up the Dark Shards. So we're going to go into shooting for the Cities of Sigmar now. And we'll come back with that. Alright, so the Dark Shards, who are they going to shoot?
The Boingras.
They're going to shoot the Boing Grot Bounders. No worries. So, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. And so, because we're behind and on cover, 3-up save.
Wow.
1 wound. Wow, what a save. Alrighty, so charges. Who's your first charge?
These guys into the grots.
Cool, so let's go, 2d6. 8, 9-inch charge, so we'll get them moved and we'll come back. So, Dread Spear's charging next. They got a 7, so that's going to see them in. And lastly, the Blackguard will charge. So they're going to go 7 as well. Where are they going to go?
6.
They get +1. Alrighty, so Blackguard have charged. I'm going to elect to unleash hell with the grots. So Sergeant hits on a 5. Rest of them going to hit on 6s because it -1. So we got 2 hits. And 5s to wound. 2 wounds, double 6s to wound. 2 armor saves. 1 dies. Padunk. Worth it. Alright, so start of combat, he's elected to activate his assassin as well, so the assassin's going to strike. Alright, so the assassin's going to go first, so 6 attacks. 3s to hit, wanting 6s though. So 1 6 and then 1 miss, so that's going to be D3 mortals. Alright, so now your 4 hits. So those 4, roll them again. 3's to wound. So 3 wounds. So 3 armor saves. Failed all of them, so that's 3 damage. And then D3 mortals on top. For 2, so that's 5, so it's going to kill 3 Boingrot Bounders. So he's going to use the command ability, I'm the boss, now stab him good with his heroic leadership. And then we're going to attack with the Grots here. So shooters, 5 to hit. It's not a bad roll. And 4's to wound, 6's do mortals. No 6's, but 5 armor saves, 2 make, 4 plus. So that's 3 dead. Alright, so Dread Spears attacking the Boingrot Bounders as well. 11 attacks from them. 4's to hit, wanting 6's for incitement to murder, so you add an extra dice into your pool. And then 4's to wound. 2 armor saves. Failed 1, so put a wound on a Boingrot. Alright, so Grot's attacking the Dark Shards. 5's to hit. And 5's to wound. 1 wound on the Dark Shards, 1 armor save with a 5 plus. 1 Dark Shard dies. So Blackguard into the Grots there, 21 attacks. So that is needing 3's. And 3's to wound. Just going to be using my base save here. So this is going to be a 6 up. Save 2, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead Grots. Alright, so Boingrot Bounders are attacking. He's chosen to use all-out defense. So the Squigs that are in range, 4's to hit. And 3's to wound. And then the Riders with their poking lances, 4's to hit. And 4's to wound. And so 4 up save. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 of them die, 4 of them die. And so Dark Shard's going to attack back. 17 dice, 5's and 5's. Not a bad roll. That's a really good roll actually. From 17 dice and then 5's to wound. Can you repeat it? 3 or 2. So 6's, nothing. 2 more die. Right, so we're going to spend a command point to make the Boingrot Bounders immune. They're wholly within 12 of that, so they're immune. 2 was lost over there for the shooters, so plus 3. That's 1 higher than my bravery, so another 1 flees. And so 1 dice, Battle Shock on a 6. No, they're fine. Cool, cool. With that, you're going to score 1, 2 more, and you also conquer the objective you claim to, so you're going to get your full 5 points as well. Alright, priority for turn 3. 2 for the Grots. 5 for the cities. They're going to take the turn, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to remove an objective, though. So we're going to take that one off the table. And then it's going to go into cities and Sigmar turn 3. So, battle tactic. He's gone for aggressive expansion with the cities. Heroic abilities, the Grot here is going to try and generate a command point. He does, so he's got heroic leadership. And then the Sorceress General, she's going to do the same. She does not this turn. However, on a 4+, your General's Adjutant will generate a command point for you. Does so. First of all, Incitement to Murder. So your prayer on a 3+. Fails. So no incitement to murder this turn. However, and then you've got 2 dice for Word of Pain. So that's 9. You can put it on the Boingrots.
Yeah.
So D3 mortal wounds to them. For 3 mortals, so it's going to kill 2. And then they're also -1 to hit now as well. And then you've got the Withering you can cast as well.
Yep.
So 7, I'm going to try and stop that one. No, or I can re-roll my unbinding rolls thanks to Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron. I do, so that one stops, so no withering off. With that, let's go into movement. Come back after all of it's done. Alright, so movement, pretty simple. Sorceresses just moved up. Now onto shooting. Dark Shards are going to shoot into the combat they're in. So let's see that. Alright, so Dark Shards shooting. So they're going to be 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. Alright, so 6 up saves. Save 3. It's still going to be 5. That's the unit wiped out. Alright, so I'm going to use a command point here. I'm the boss now. Stab him good. Needing 5s to hit. Didn't get many there. And I'm going to need 4s to wound. Wanting some 6s. 2 mortals. That's it. So just 2 blackguard. Get 6 up wards because they are on mystical. 1 save, so 1 blackguard dies. Alright, so the assassin's going next. He's got, as he always falls over. So 6 attacks. Wanting 6s. Got none, so 3s to hit. 3s to wound. And no saves. He still kills 2. Ouch. We'll go with the Boy and Grot Bounders. Keeping closest to that. So we can go down and attack those Dread Spears. And so, Squigs, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. No wounds from them. And then the Riders, 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1, -1. 1 dead Dread Spear. Alright, so Blackguard attacking the Grots now. So 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So -1, but I'm getting +1. So we're going to be 6s. Nope, that's going to be another 6 dead Grots. Alright, so just the Dread Spears left. 6 attacks. 4s to hit. 6s, put them separate. And then 4s to wound. 2, and then roll that 6. 4 to wound as well. No, so just 2 normal armor saves. So 1 saved. Take a wound. Alright, so completed the objectives 1, 2, which means he has more. And he's also got his battle tactic, another 5 points for the cities of Sigmar at the end of their turn 3. Alright, so we're going to go broken ranks for our battle tactic for the Gloomspite. The moon's moved into the center of the battlefield, illuminating everything. And we're going to pick broken ranks and kill that unit there. Heroic action, we're going to go finest hour on our loon boss for the turn. And on a 4+ command point, so she's got heroic leadership. Going into magic, Fungoid Cave Shaman, he's going to try and cast Arcane Bolt to begin with. Goes off on a 10. You can try and stop that if you want.
No.
Fungoid Cave Shaman's then going to use his once per game ability. And he's going to cast an extra spell. So he's going to go Light of the Bad Moon. That goes off on a 9. So you need a 10 or more. Do not. So they're going to suffer D3 mortal wounds due to being directly under its light. For 2 mortal wounds, so 2 blackguard die. With that, end of the hero phase, so time for some movement. Last thing as well, 1 unit wholly within under the light of the bad moon, D3 mortal wounds, so we'll pick the blackguard again. I need to roll underneath, which I can't fail, so D3 mortals for another 2 dead blackguard. And then into shooting, we've got 6 shots from our boys here, so 5s. To hit, re-roll the 1. Nope. And then 5s for 2 wounds on the blackguard. So 2, 5, 3 up saves because you're in cover. Failed both, that's another 2 dead. Alright, and that's it for shooting. So charges, Loon Boss will charge. He's in. And we'll charge the Fungoid Cave Shaman in as well. 6, I think he's going to fail. Bottom of the turn though, we'll use a command point to re-roll it. 6, I still think that's going to fail for him. Have a look. Yeah, he's going to fail. So that is that. So Boingrot Bounders, they're going to attack the Dread Spears first. And so the Riders hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. 1 so far. And then the Squigs hitting on 4s. Wounding on a 3. Nope, just 1 -1. 1 dead Dread Spear. Right, so the Assassin's going. 6 attacks. I think he's going to get them. So 2d3 mortal wounds, we'll do them first. So if this equals 4, they're dead. 1, 2, 3, yeah, they're dead. Loon Boss is going to use all-out attack on himself, so he's got 3 attacks.
I like all-out defense.
You're going to use all-out defense on them? No worries. So all-out attack, so 2s to hit. And 2s to wound, thanks to Finest Hour, so 2. At -1, you're ignoring that, and you're in cover, so you're going to get a +1 save. 3 up. Saved. Ugh. Not going to get in battle tactic. And so, Blackguard going. You're going 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. It's going to be 3 6-up saves. Nope, so 3 more die. And that's going to be end of the combat. And I think that's going to be the end of the game, because at this point, I have 13 grots. Can I bring back a unit? I do, but at this point, there's going to be some shooters sitting in the backfield. Nothing I can do really at this point to bring the game back. I'm missing a battle tactic now, which is really going to tip the favour in the way, and he's just going to get points while I can't do anything to sort of get on the points quick enough to control the game. So with that, that's going to be game victory to the Cities of Sigmar. Good game, man. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. And if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either on Patreon or YouTube members, both of which are linked in the description of the video, as is a link to our Teespring store where you can purchase some merch to help support the channel as well. We'd like to give a shout out to everyone who does help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So a special thanks to all our patrons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynet226. And thank you again to all our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Locke Lorick, Matt Mollim, Becca Kinski Groupie, and the Johnny84. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the fantastic art for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does a fantastic job at helping run and do all the background work for our Discord server. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.